Morning. GM. What's up, Mojave? What's up, talented Mr. Rick? What's up, Mo on X? What's up, Tank? How y'all doing today? Good morning. What's up, Timo? Stream time, aw yeah. Oh wait, let me change the there we go. Aw yeah. Literally my favorite day of the week. I get so excited for Tuesdays. Let me see. Fresh and loving the colors, thank you. Oh wait, let me get rid of this. It's blue. It's all blue. Hope everyone had a good weekend. I had a pretty eventful weekend, I guess. Maybe not too eventful, but I definitely played a lot of Hollow Knight. I streamed some of it. I think some of y'all saw it. And then I went to a card show on Tuesday and picked up some loot. First time going to a card show, which was, it's a lot to look at. Like, you get like a strain on your eyes. Because you're just looking at so many cards. And I went through, what's up, Power Mocha? How you doing? Well, glad you could make it up this late. Because I think it's late your time, if I remember. But the card show, I was in it to look for Magic the Gathering stuff, and there was barely any of that. And there was one guy who just had like boxes of just like rows of cards. And me and my friends just sat there just like sifting through all of them for like literally 2 hours or something. It was kind of crazy. You just like blink and then it's time has gone by. Oh dang, it's what? September? Oh yeah, it's September. What's up, Custom Land? The prices at RetroCon were terrible over the weekend. Oh man. Genuinely, I think some of the tariffs are hitting the card industry. Yeah, how did you get that emote? Is that just the September emote? Jeej? I'm like looking for it on my end now. Oh yeah, here it is. Oh yeah, it's September. Yeah, I wanted to do something for September, but I could not think of anything. And considering it's like my first year really being back streaming, I was like, I felt like I could just skip it this year. Next year I might have more people watching and I have more time to think about something. Oh, you did it totally by accident? That's funny. You just type in sub. Oh, and you did it all cap. It's funny that you had to do it all caps, sub, and then timber. And you got it. Because you can technically type in emotes that way. It's a cute emote though. I want to know if there's like a train of emotes that you could do. Adjust the volume real quick. But yeah, hope everyone else had a good weekend. To any Hollow Knight players out there, I hope the game wasn't too stressful for you. The save icon next to him. I'm looking through the emotes now. No, it's just that guy. I was hoping he could make like a worm. Could he like chat? No, that doesn't work. That doesn't work either. See, y'all got it. Yeah, we got it. Exactly. Exactly. So, let's see. Where's the Photoshop? Is this it? Yeah. This not in the frame. Nice. And then this button. There we go. Why is my Photoshop on? Oh, that's cool. I can click spacebar to turn that on and off. That was an accident. Um, let me do. I don't know what's going on with my Photoshop. There we go. These are the emotes today. We need a coffee emote, so that's number 2. And number 2 and number 3 are kind of similar. So obviously they're both Pepe. Pepe is like my biggest inspiration for Tuesday's Luck of the Draw streams. He definitely, it's just already cartoony, so it's easy to like think about how I'm gonna kind of transfer our characters to be there. Oh yeah. Dude, I have been so sleepy the past few days. Yeah, I added the chef one in, Tymo, and I had a feeling you would like it too. What was I about to show off though? Oh Lord, he's cooking. So let me do this. Okay. So I like to explain what we do here, just in case there's anyone out there who's never seen this before. Just in case. So I think most of you have. So we roll 2 dice on stream. One is a gold dice, and that chooses the character. And then the second dice chooses the emote, and we pair those together and we make an emote together. And so what I really wanted to do was, so these are the dice. I wanted to give people a chance to gamble their coins. Oh my gosh. It's only sometimes like it's just a week that goes by and I feel like I forget everything on stream. Let me make sure that is right. All right, I'll put 5 minutes because I might yap for a second. But you got 5 minutes. Curious as it's my first time. Perfect. See, that's exactly why I do it. Thank you, Mo. Oh, and let me switch this. Feeling like I'm at the craps table, shake them up. Yeah, dude, I love it. I really do. I love that we started putting like a prediction behind. So the prediction is only on Twitch, for those who are wondering. But I'll explain it again. So yeah, we have 2 dice. You see the dice there. One is this, and then the other one is for the character. There's a chance. I don't know if I'm gonna do it this stream or what, but one of them is getting rigged. If we roll, basically, if we roll like the T-shirt one, which is number 1, that has to be Blue Cat. That's the only one. And then I guess number 7 cannot be Bones or Kira. So there's 2 on here that kind of are specific. And at some point I'm just gonna heavy dice in this casino exactly with number 1. And I actually pulled up like the frames for this one because I was confused how they did it. It really just repeats. It's really just those 4 frames. Because then it repeats, and it's exactly the same ones. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, okay, I guess it is. Yeah, no, it is 5. It's just the same 5. Hold that up, just in case we were gonna have to do that one. Because that's the only one I kind of need help on. And maybe number 8. But we added a cooking one just so we have in the Cool Cats ecosystem, let them cook, but in this like derpy. I'm gonna try to make it as derpy as possible. Like some of these I want to like break what the character looks like. And just and just do something fun with it. I can see Naked Blue swing. Yeah, that's exactly what I wanted to do, and that's why it would work for Blue Cat the best, is because he wears a shirt, and so he'd be blue with a yellow shirt, just whipping that around. And it's so funny how Blue Cat always used to be like without clothes, and then because of Cool Cats, he like got clothes. He got lots of clothes to wear. Because that's how I always saw the collection of cool cats, was like, you're getting Blue Cat in just a different outfit. You're getting like the character Blue Cat. Mm-hmm. You need to win, Jeej. You going odd? Going odd. Oh yeah, you're gonna get hit by the whatchamacallit, the ads when they hit. Because I have to run ads. So while that's going, I kind of wanted to show y'all something. I know there's maybe like one person who cares. Basically, I wanted to show you what I traded for at the card show. Because Jeej told me I wasn't allowed to spend any money at the card show. So I have a binder full of Pokemon cards, and I was like, cool, this is my currency, are the Pokemon cards, and I'm gonna trade for them. So I'll show you the first one, which is less exciting because you have to understand Magic the Gathering. And let me put it like down here under every, right there. That's the way to do it. I agree. I was like, so I traded this Umbreon card that has a Master Ball under it. Like there's like a hollow under like the text, and there's a Master Ball there. So that's like an $80 card. The Mew is like an $80 card. And then Sephiroth I pulled from like a random Magic the Gathering pack. And I have no plans to use Sephiroth, or even like, I like Final Fantasy, but I don't care enough. So I got these like other cards that are really good for your deck. They're just like kind of pricey for cards in Magic. With the big ticket item, this is my commander, Y'shtola. She's my commander who casts spells. She's a cat warlock. And they did not have it in English, but I was like dead set to get this card because your commander is on the board the whole time. And so I was like, I want a cool commander card. And I know exactly what she does. So I have the other version of her on the back in case anyone needs to read it. But I was pumped about that one. And then to the more exciting one, I think that more people can pog at, is I did Pokemon for Pokemon, but I did Pokemon for Slabs. And I think I'm about to tease what it is. Yeah. So let me get this in a better spot. So these were my cards. I have multiple of these. So I had 2 of the Eevees with, there's like a little stamp right here in the corner. This is Pokemon Center. And for those who don't know, Pokemon Center stamp just like skyrockets the value. So I have 2 of those in here, and those are both worth like a lot of money. And I traded those 2 cards for these 2 cards. Both are PSA 10. And I guess I can also do this instead. Is actually show you the cards. So this is the Ho-Oh, and I love Ho-Oh. Ho-Oh is one of my favorite legendaries ever since I was a kid. So it's like a shiny version of Ho-Oh, and you know, it's got the texture and everything. And then I got the Deoxys as well. And the reason I got the Deoxys is because I have another Deoxys, and I wanted them to be like a pair, basically. Are you keeping those ones? The dupes of what you traded? No. No. Like, honestly, there are very few Pokemon cards I own that I'm like wanting to keep. So that Charizard, so Jeej had never opened a pack of Pokemon cards before. And the first pack of Pokemon cards that Jeej opens is a Charizard card. And this Charizard card is also now worth like close to $100. And I saw so many people selling it at the card show. And I was like, maybe I get this graded because it's in great condition. And I have another Charizard card that's in great condition. So after the card show, I was like, I might get these slabbed to either keep, because I like them, or to sell at a higher price. So, okay. Anyways, I wanted to show y'all that, because that's what, I was the first card show I went to. And it was just crazy that I turned those 5 cards into like 7 different cards that were a lot pricier. So, okay. For the Gamba, we're gonna get the show on the road. For the Gamba, here's the gold dice. So this will determine the character, and we'll also predict. It would do the Gamba. Sorry, I lost my train of thought there. 3. Oh my god. Okay. This will count for the prediction, the 3. But the reason I'm gonna reroll is because Sage has been on an absolute tear. Alright, it was odd. So congrats, odd believers. Yeah, so you do in fact win. Timo, you're in the process of getting all my cards organized and priced right now in an app, and now I'm realizing I need to go to the card shop soon. Yeah, dude, that's exactly what I did. I got them all like in an app so I could see like around what the price was. Because no matter what, whenever you go to a card shop or the card shows, they're gonna undercut you because they have to make a buck. I'm re-rolling. I'm rigging it. I'm sorry, but Sage has so many emotes and they're all really good. She has so many emotes and like some of them aren't even on the list anymore. Well, let's do this. Before I just make that call of Sage, let me see what the other dice is, because it could be funny. Ooh, we got doubles today. This would be a really cute Sage one, just to show y'all. It would be Sage doing a little sippy juice box. That is cute. I might do that. We might keep this going instead of re-rigging it. Sippy Sage, yeah. Oh, it could be a little Baja. So it's just like a Moe's Baja cup that he made. At least, yeah, most should be like 80% of TCG. Yeah, that's exactly. I would look at some of the prices. One guy was like massively lowballing me, and I straight up just said no to him and like left. I was like, dude, no, you're ripping me off. he was like a 50%. It was bad, so I just left. Yeah, G, she has 3 emotes, but there's a ton of other emotes that I took out. So, but Sippy Sage is adorable, so I'm glad I rolled the other dice, because this will be cute. I think this will be really cute. Oh, speaking of Baja Blast, we tried the alcoholic Baja Blast drinks over the weekend. The standard flavor was all right. The flavored ones were a lot better. It was pretty good, actually. We enjoyed them. We went to the card show, came back, played Magic, but also made a drinking game out of Magic. And then, so we all got lit off of some Baja hard seltzers. It's just bottom barrel vodka. Yeah, dude, the NYC one was not good. So I think it's different than that one, Timo, because it's like a White Claw mixed with like Baja Blast. No. It's like you can buy them from the store. It's different. Actually, here. Sorry, y'all. I know we've been. I wanted to show y'all. Because when I saw it in the store, I thought this was crazy. It's like a hard seltzer Baja Blast. And they come in a variety pack of different colors. Let's just crack this open. It's 10 a.m. Let's start drinking. Okay, okay. Enough of that. Let's draw Sage here. Is our hard sodas with no caffeine? Yeah, actually, so one of our friends, the reason he doesn't drink a lot, but the reason he drank was because they were 0 sugar in them. Yeah, it was crazy. Yeah, go crazy. Imagine if I really did just start pounding one of those right now. I don't think I would want to. I got my coffee. It's just an appropriate morning drink. But also, we are an unofficial sponsor of Baja Blast on this in this company. We just love it. Get Baja blacked out, yeah. I think I drank 3 of those because we were playing a drinking game with it. But yeah. Thorin, what's up? How you doing? Welcome on in. Also, words. I don't know if I said welcome on in, but hey, hope you're doing well. Okay, let's get started here. So part of me is like, we've drawn Sage so many times. Maybe we draw the Baja version of. It might not translate well because she's supposed to be doing a sippy cup, but we have time. And going off of last stream, we drew so quickly. So let's draw Sage, and I want them facing the right. Okay, we got our first circle on the page. Now let's zoom in. I never know. Sorry, this is a complete side note. I never know how zoomed in I should be, because like when I'm looking at my screen, it's just a tiny panel, but some of y'all might be on like a desktop. Okay, so we got Sage here. This will be super easy because we just draw like 2. You basically just draw like 2 circles for the hands, and then the little juice box that we're probably gonna alter into like a soda can with like a big straw coming out. I think Sage should have like closed eyes that are like happy. A big seep, yeah. And then she doesn't have a face, so she has blush. Oh, let me make sure Discord's open. Oh my god, it just hit me. I will love having Discord open because it actually ends up notifying a lot of people that I'm live. There we go. Okay. Cool. Went to Taco Bell Saturday morning and all the nozzles were. Oh no, dude. It's like it's either that or they're out of like the syrup of Baja Blast, because that's the only thing I get if I go to Taco Bell. One day, if I ever made it like really, really big and I had a house and... Well, I doubt you could carry it now that I think about it. I want to get like a fountain drink like machine. And have Baja on it, like, because Baja Blast from the bottle or can, to me, just does not hit the same as getting it from like the fountain drink version. Okay, so that's a little soda can. A T-bill might... Okay, yeah, I would have to make it really, really big. So there's, at one point, Jeej and I were house hunting, and we found this house that was like a storefront on the bottom, and then there's like a staircase next to it, and then like on top of it is like the house. It like looked so weird because it was just like your house was like elevated, but then everything underneath was like a storefront that was like street level, and it was on like a I would say a pretty popular, not like a super busy road, but we were considering doing it because it would be like we could have a storefront and house. Yeah, I guess you're right. It was just the garage, but with the way it looked really cool. And so when you just said have a T-Bell in your house, it's like you open this like tiny T-Bell down there. I hire some employees and then I just have a Taco Bell at all times. Okay. I'm gonna do some erasing here. We actually drew this really well first try. I think the only thing I want to change about her is her hair. Sage's hair is one thing I always forget, like the direction of it. So there she is. Okay, I did do it wrong, but that's okay. That is such an easy fix once we go digital. And like without spelling the word Baja on the can, it's like I'm trying to think of how we could really like allude to that it's Baja. Beyblade tourney at Klon's. Oh my god. Wait, why Beyblade? Wait, did I miss something? Or did I just forget what we were talking about? Dude, Beyblade. Let it rip. Did I say let it rip? That would be so much fun though. Like putting it into the universe. Yes. Oh man, I never owned my own Beyblades because for some reason I just don't think my parents ever wanted me to have them. You give it the green swirl in the cup. Yeah, that's what I was thinking too. I was thinking that or like a wave. Like a little wave, like a green wave or something on there. But my friends had some Beyblades, and you know when it's like your toy, you're kind of like used to it and it's not as cool anymore, but it's not your toy. It's like I'd go over to my friend's house and like, can we play Beyblades? Can I like craft my own? Because I think that was my favorite part, was that you got to like craft a Beyblade, and I love anything that's like a craft. Oh, Sage is looking pretty good. We're getting a lot better at the sketch process, that's for sure. There's some things I want to change about her when it's digital, but that's like a great first sketch. Because then, yeah, that's it, and then it'll get like cut off right there because this will fit really nice in a square. That's my rough square right there. There was a pop-up at Con earlier in the year, and it was fun playing against people. Even the vendors had some stadiums out. Yes. Oh man, I've seen the meme where someone like lights the little stadium on fire, and then they rip their Beyblades in there. So depending on the next two rolls, we might do 3 emotes today because this Sage one is gonna take no time at all to finish. Yeah, with the barrel, yes, yeah. Is the barrel what sits on top of it to like enclose it? And do we want to do another Gamba? Anyone in chat? This one. Well, that was a solid first draw. First draw of the day. I actually love that she's drinking out of a soda can instead of a, like a juice box. Because basically what I was originally thinking, I think they were like on the lid. Oh, okay. I see what you mean. Because originally when I was thinking about doing the juice box, I was thinking whoever it was essentially going to be drinking like chugs. And we were just going to do like a little chugs carton. But I don't think we need to. I think I'm just going to roll. So this is for the second emote. And if we roll the same character twice, then I re-roll. Oh my god, wait. I swear, it is Bones and Sage. Every time. I might actually call a re-roll here. Bones is another one that... Yeah, no. Bones has too many emotes. Last week, it was literally the exact same Bones and Sage. So, okay. We're re-rolling this one. It can't be the exact same too as last week. Okay, Kira. I think I'm okay with doing Kira because Kira has 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright, Kira has a good bit too. Blue Cat has not been rolled in so long. Yeah, the dice had a Bones to pick. Oh man. Yeah, it's always so if the next dice is 7, we're gonna re-roll. Because we don't want it to be 7 for a reason. I forgot why. So I got distracted. Oliver, what is up? How's Cool Cats doing? It's doing well. We're primarily streaming. Some stuff behind the scenes. Pairing with Animoca and stuff. And really it's kind of gone in waves, but we're working on this kind of like app hub that will sort of be like the center point to our whole ecosystem. And then like from there we can just like keep building on top of it. Because Link and I are very much into this idea. And it excites us having like just like a portal for everything Cool Cats, because like it's a little confusing when you have like all of your different things like spread out in different like different chain, block stuff, chain stuff over here, YouTube stuff over here, Twitch streams, games, it's like it's all over the place. And so we're trying to get all of that into a singular place that is then easy for us to like keep building on and making better and better and better. So it's more of a long-term goal, but we're streaming to kind of take you along the journey. So that's sort of the short of it, Oliver. But I hope you're doing well. Welcome on in. We're about to roll for the second dice. What will Kira be? 1. Oh wait, Kira can't do... Well, it could be Kira, but I would rather it be Blue Cat. I might say we're just gonna... I don't know what I want to do here. So Blue Cat does have a good amount of emotes, but he should. Blue Cat should have the most emotes. I guess, yeah, he does have the most. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And there's a bunch like on ice that haven't been used. You know what? Let's keep it Kira. Although part of me is like, you know what? We're doing a full re-roll. We're rolling the dice at the same time. It's like part of me, I'm just wondering if I should just do number 1, which is the shirt one. Me spinning the shirt around. Well, if I was to re-roll for Kira for a sec. 7. As the one number that Kira could not be. 4. Okay. This will be, because I kind of don't want to. Basically, Kira couldn't be 7, and Blue Cat's the only one that can be 1, which at this point I should just draw it. And I'm wondering if this one would even look good as Kira. We're getting to the point where the emotes are we have slim pickings. And I'm also trying to think of like who just does not have any emotes. Milo has one of the best ones, which is that one. Actually, he's got a few good ones. Oh, there's another Blue Cat emote I didn't even consider. What to do? It's Chugs that has nothing. Maybe we just do a Chugs one. I'm trying to think here. I kind of want to rig it just to be Chugs. Chugs has 1. He has 1 singular emote, if I'm looking at this correctly, and it's just that one. I kind of want to rig it. We're rigging this one today. It's gonna be Chugs, but maybe we'll at least do this. We're heavy dice, loaded dice is Chugs, after realizing Chugs has 1 emote. And he's low key like he's the Pikachu of our ecosystem. 8. That one could be cute. He needs long arms. I was thinking he could either be the one that's drinking coffee or literally any of the other ones. I feel like I just want to make a decision on it of what I want to do. I would love to have a coffee emote because I feel like I bring up coffee often. Basically 8 is the Jammies one, but I don't know if that would look good with Chug. You kind of need long legs for it, unless we give Chugs long legs. Maybe let's draw a few of them. Let's do that instead. Let's draw a few of these as Chugs and just see what happens. So we could do Chef Chugs, Coffee Sipping Chugs, and then the other 4 are all animated. So number 4 is like a very classic Twitch one that gets used a lot. It's just a little blob that like dances back and forth, just jumps up and then like switches sides. And then there's the Gamble one. Pants are just on the ground. Yeah, so that's why I'm like, let's draw it, because even last stream we like pretty much got through drawing everything like immediately. Out. Okay. There's Sage. Alright, let's draw. If we had to draw Chugs in pajamas. There's our Chugs. And he basically just goes like arm up, arm down. And how I was thinking about it is that, you know, he would have the pajamas on, but the sleeve to it would be like flopping around. The problem is I'm not good not good at drawing fabric. So that's my one concern. I was gonna like not trace the reference, but heavily go off of it. So he would have like one sleeve down, and it would just like flail back and forth. And also putting clothes on Chugs is a very funny challenge, because he's a box. So I had to reference SpongeBob here with how they do SpongeBob's like collar and stuff. I'm thinking he doesn't even have pants. It's just the shirt. Like that. He's just like flailing his arms back and forth. You know, something like that. And then let's get rid of his arms so that they're not just like in the way. It looks really cute. Like, it looks really, really cute. The tough part will be animating the sleeves. Because the other thing with this emote is he like swings his hips back and forth. And we definitely could not do that. So it'd just be a static Chugs. Let's try a different one. So that's one option. That's enough for me to like throw it into the Photoshop. Maybe he jumps a little bit. See, and then that would be more like the other one where I don't even know if it makes sense to draw. This is if I'm going to reference that emote exactly. But it's like blob dance is the emote or something. It's a very popular one. And then I guess we could make him like, I think he'd also have his mouth open. And we could like just force the like top part of Chugs on. Doesn't really make sense, but so this one I'll probably hold off from Chugs. I think any of the other characters would look good as this one. Chugs just like needs his little, he needs his angles basically. I think that's like a very important part of Chugs is the angles of his box, and then the cow spots, and of course face. Whereas like Blue Cat needs his whiskers, rounded ears, and for his face to be like linear. That's how like Blue Cat is created. Though Chugs is kind of similar in that regard. But a lot of the other characters can kind of be molded into whatever. Alright, let's keep drawing Chugs here, and then I'm basically gonna pick one of the Chugs, and that's the one we're gonna draw. Also, sorry, for everyone watching, does my stream say that we're doing Luck of the Draw on the art channel? Or does it say we're playing Hollow Knight? Because I have this like thing in the corner of my window that always says like whatever the last stream was. And so then just, I think someone probably would have pointed that out by now. Okay, thank you. Yeah, for those who missed it, I played 3 days of Hollow Knight, and then I got to a point where the game like got a lot more difficult, and I was starting to get visibly frustrated. So I was like, okay, I think that's where I end the like me playing it on stream portion, and so I just kept playing it off stream. But I might play it after this stream if people care. Okay, so now I want to do Chugs. Oh, actually, it'd look really cute if we had... Let me draw them right next to each other. Nope, Chugs is the one character who does not get like a oval to start their drawing. Okay, he is a box. But man, oh man, am I having the time of my life playing Hollow Knight. I am enjoying it so much. It's all I can think about. I mean, it's really funny because I've gotten far enough that I can start looking at things online because it won't spoil me. I've been trying to be spoiler free on the game. And like, so now everything I read, like no one's even close to where I'm at. They're talking about all the things I've done already. And there have been so many complaints about the game, which is really funny to me. A lot of people are finding it too difficult, which I agree. It's way more difficult than the first one. But it's funny to see these mixed reviews. Okay, let's see. So I guess I'd do the same thing where Chugs has like 2 circles as hands, and then he'd have like a big cup of coffee, and then maybe like I guess you could do that. Chugs could be like that, and then this would be the circle. Clean that up a sec. I'm gonna draw like the handle to the cup. Well, it might make sense for the handle to be on the other hand. I'll play around with that. I'm gonna kind of like raise him up a little bit. They look cute together. I like how I actually like this sort of being canon, that like Sage is one of those people who like doesn't drink coffee or like tea. Sage is not a person that gets her caffeine that way. She gets her caffeine in the morning from like a soda, which a lot of people do. And that's like, Sage represents those people who want their soda in the morning. Just seeing them side by side gives me that vibe. All right, I think we're definitely gonna draw the Chugs one with coffee. I think that's a no-brainer. It's a really good one to have. Because usually with these emotes, I'm also just trying to get like a nice little image of the character doing something that then we could maybe use for other stuff. Who knows? You don't get a lot of Chug spots on this one. It's the only downside. Because then the emote would probably cut off like right there. Is what I'm thinking. But it looks really cute. I think that definitely makes sense. And then maybe we could put like blush or something. Okay. Cute. And then there's the cooking emote, which I was also considering Chugs could do. But that one's funnier. That one would be a funny Milo one. Maybe we just draw all the sidekicks doing something. But I kind of want to draw it really derpy, like the emote. So first, let's draw Milo. I mean, I guess we kind of already have this Milo as a thing already. A chef Milo. We already have a chef. But then I want him like holding like a little wooden spoon or something. Like that. He's actually really cute. I like this Milo. I'm gonna draw all of them as chefs real quick. But like derpy like this. I wanted to do Blue Cat's eyes a little different. But I don't know if that's successful there. I kind of wanted to draw him like in that format. Milo is way better than Blue Cat in this one. And then like, if I had to draw this again, I'm kind of just having fun sketching. 5-star meal for sure. Yeah, look at this chef. Yeah. Sketching is where I have the most fun, and so when we kind of draw it really quickly, I'm like, well dang, that's my favorite part. And we just did that very quick. We're definitely doing these two today. 100%. I'm worried about the chugs. I'm like, maybe I'm a little nervous, I guess, about trying to animate this one. It's really cute static, but I just worry about trying to animate it. If anything, I would try to I would devote an entire stream to animating it, because it probably would take forever. I need to get better at animation, so it would be a good challenge. But I want to slowly get better at animation, because I just think that's like the next step for me on the stream and just as an artist, is to like be able to do goofy little animations, like nothing serious. All right, so this time I'm gonna do one more cooking emote, but the difference being I really like, oh, I guess I've been doing that part wrong. I really love the derpy one that I'm referencing, and I kind of want to draw it as similar as possible. So, and the biggest difference is the hat takes up the entire head, and then it's like, oh, I kind of goofed up the hat. Definitely goofed up the hat. That does not look like that. There we go. There we go. Fixed it. And then the head is just sort of like, the emote is so derpy looking. It's kind of like that. Let me show y'all again. Number 6. That's just like a goofy little. I definitely needed. He needed to be like taller in the back. I was trying to reference it. I do think Chef Milo is really cute. If anything, what I'm most excited about with these emotes is that we're just drawing all of the characters more. Because for a while it just kind of stuck on Blue Cat and Chugs. So yeah, I might draw 1, 2, and we didn't roll for it. But I do love this. I really like how I did it. It looks really cute to me. It's like a perfect, like this would be good as like a actual sticker IRL, like a sticker that could go on something. Maybe have some like cooking stuff or whatever. Slap a Milo cooking, or Milo chef on there. Okay, so, dude, I've been so tired recently. Okay, let's do this. Coffee just doesn't seem to be working anymore, but I love the taste of it. I'm waiting for the scanner. So we're scanning everything in now. And is it online? No. The scanner had been doing pretty well. It I always have to like turn off the Wi-Fi on the scanner and then turn it back on. And so far it just had been working, but now I have to do that little trick to get it back up so we can scan these in. Oh my god, just got a Taco Bell commercial. It's because we've been talking about it so much. Because I'm getting Taco Bell for lunch. Just kidding. No, Gigi, I realized I have those like frozen chicken strips in the freezer, and I was like, oh wait, I guess I could just make those real quick. It just depends if I'm going to play any game, but probably Hollow Knight after the drawing portion of the stream. I haven't made up my mind yet. But I am a lot further from where I ended like recording and on stream. And I lost count of the deaths. There was one boss that did me in, and I was like, I'm just gonna not track this anymore. Because it's tough, but it's a fun kind of tough. It feels more like Dark Souls now. The first Hollow Knight was kind of easy-ish, you know. But this one's brutal. And the run back sometimes is also brutal. Alright, so I'm just scanning everything in. I don't know. Oh. This might... I might have to find a creative way to get the scan in. I just realized I can't do it this way. So, basically my Dropbox is how I transfer all of my files and stuff. And I have the stream uploading to Dropbox when I'm recording, which now I'm realizing that was a mistake. What do I do? I might just need to save this and send it to myself a different way. Because I think if I was to unclick pause from my Dropbox right now, there's a pretty decent chance the stream would just like drop a frame or even just straight up drop. And that's happened a few times within the past few weeks, so I really don't want that to keep happening. So I need to figure out how to transfer this real quick. Just from today. It's 9/9/25. Man, I can't believe it's already September. Jeed was like, we went to Japan a year ago. I was like, wow. Dude, time has flown by. Yeah, for everything else, there's... So I could use that, like, for just, like, video stuff. I've just been using Dropbox for so long. Ever since, like, early days of college that I'm kind of stuck in my ways a little bit. I just like how Dropbox like integrates into your computer if you get like the desktop version. But it would be nice to have two different cloud storages just to like separate a little bit. But it's all good. I got this up. That was easy. Just open it up with Photoshop. Okay, now we can head over. Oh, I just realized they changed Lo-Fi Girl. Huh. That's like a much nicer animation now. Just hit me because she took a sip of coffee and I'm like, she's never taken a sip of coffee. And Lo-Fi Girl is what I listen to as like the background track. Oh, and let me get rid of the camera too, so it doesn't overheat. Ye old drawing camera. Okay. Alright, good to switch over now. Good to switch over now. And so I was wondering if people... Like, I don't know if it's good for the viewing experience to see the layers panel. Because I don't mind if it's, like, floating like that. I definitely want to get this. Right there. So it might help to see what I'm doing sometimes. Not sure. Not sure what it's like as a viewer. Because regardless, I see it all the time. All the panels and stuff. Waiting for my keyboard to switch over. Okay, we are switched over. So let's get the drawings that we need out of here. Ah, dang it. Man, I thought we were so ready to go, and then the drawing tablet is not connecting properly. Dang it. Alright, we're about to go full cam again. While I solve this. This is the other thing I wish I could, like... Is this in the scanner? I wish they just always worked. But for some reason, the drawing tablet does this thing where, like... If I've had the laptop on without turning it off, or, like... It gets really, really weird, but it basically just doesn't register my pen on here. So... It unfortunately requires me to... turn off my laptop and back on as the only way I've figured out how to get this to work, which is really unfortunate. So I have to restart my computer, my laptop here. So we'll just wait a sec. That was the one thing I also sometimes forget to test it before I go live, because a lot of the time it just works, but not today. Running into a few technical issues today. All right, load back in. Hopefully it works this time. Also, probably should switch the pen tip on this. It's looking a little rough. A little rough here. Let me just go ahead and do that. I also need to buy more of these. Got 3 more after this. Okay, let's see. All right, we are in there. Let's go. I gotta open Photoshop again. And get my files back out. Okay. Alright. We are back. Let me move this one more time. Alright, we're back. Sorry about that, everyone. Alright. Back to what up. There we go. Alright. Back to what I was trying to do, where we cut this out. This is Sage 6. Okay, I'll get Chugs here. We'll get Chugs Mug. Chugs Mug. And then Chef Milo. All right, well, let's bring those 3 in. Sage will go here. Chugs goes here. And then Chef Milo can go there. And then we'll turn off the numbers and the emotes. Cool. All right, we start with Sage. She was the first one rolled. I think she could be skinnier. Well, she'll need some edits. She actually needs to be like more like that. And then we could also use multiply here for people who don't know blending modes, which is, oh, I guess I like that I can show my layers panel here, because if you're ever using Photoshop, on your layers panel here, you have what are called blending modes, and usually it's set to normal. And so what's nice is whenever you're doing anything that has like white as the background and you're trying to just simply take out the white, multiply is your best friend. Multiply essentially just takes out everything that's white. And that's how you can turn like a sketch drawing into this. But the white is technically still there, it's just invisible. So you can always bring it back. But if I was to do something like this, where I use my eraser and start erasing what looks like I'm erasing nothing, if I was to bring normal back up, you can see I did in fact erase white. So it doesn't really matter for us. That's the good news. But I'm gonna get everybody where they should be. We'll make everyone a multiply here, just so it visually makes more sense. Chug's here. I want to make him as big as possible. Maybe we. No, Chug shouldn't be too skinny either. Maybe he can get the same treatment where he's like leaning forward a little bit. Maybe like that. I mean, that fits into the square well. Let's see. Just cut him off more, or like that, or maybe even shrink him a little bit. We're just trying to really get him in this square here. All nice. And I don't mind if there's some room above his head. It makes him look a little smaller, which he is. And then Milo here is just perfect. I don't want to forfeit anything with Milo. Like he's just gonna be a little small. Because I kind of want to do him like much bigger. Because I just really like him. I'm gonna make Milo like this, and then maybe do a second version that fits into an emote a little better. That. Or I just draw him like this. And forfeit that. Okay, so Milo, all three of these should be fairly simple to draw. Lower the opacity on them to around there. And then let's get going on. Oh man, I forgot it has like, I forgot we've been working on the same file for a long time. So we're on layer 511. At least that's how many times I've clicked add new layer, is 511 times. Alright, but we'll do a Sage, Sip, outline. And let's start outlining this. This, and I think we use 15 is our standard emote. I always forget. Yes. Okay. The answer was yes. That's in fact what we use. So let's. Yeah, probably could just perfectly trace this. I think it looks good enough. Just like, is there anything I want to edit? Struggling with this for some reason. Why am I struggling with this? Okay. There we go. There we go. Yeah, looks good. this part. I might draw what's in front of her first. So let's draw one of the hands. Which we could do this. We could actually give her arms instead of it just being 2 circles. This part looks really good. Let me make it shorter. Yeah, that looks a lot cuter. I'm just gonna round this out a little bit better here. This. Yeah, that's perfect. And this might be one where I just like copy and paste that and then put one of them like over here. And then I'm gonna hide that for a second. And so now we're gonna draw the soda can, which maybe I'll draw that on its own layer too, just in case we want to like nudge it around. You love their emotes? You love little Sage? What's up, Flamingo? How you doing, by the way? Yeah, Sage gets rolled just about every stream, which is funny because 3 is my lucky number. 3 is like my number in general, and her number in this is 3. So I just find it funny that she is what we roll a lot of. Let me add some lines here. I kind of want to be a little bit more perfect with the soda can. Make all of the emotes Sage. Sage is just slowly taking over. She's slowly taking over Chugs' throne of cutest sidekick. She's sipping out of a Baja Blast. Yeah, dude, the Sage emote to start them all on this stream was that one. We love the Sage. We really do, though. And like I was saying just a second ago, I am happy that we're drawing all of the sidekicks more. Because it just feels better to actually draw them and give them more life. Yeah, Sage Splash. Because we added them into the animation, but they didn't get any, like, moments on their own. And I really do love the sidekicks. I'm really happy with how they turned out. Alright, that's gonna be the soda tab. I think that looks like a tab. We'll continue this over here. Yeah, that looks like a soda can. Let me get rid of those lines. I'm just gonna round those out because I actually really love this emote. I'm gonna try to do all the nitpicky stuff I try to like refrain from doing. Is Sage allowed to drink tea? It's so funny you asked that because I actually just said something about that earlier. I was like, I think Sage is one of those people who, like, to get her caffeine in the morning, she chooses to drink a soda. So she's like, because her, like, Feels weird to say owner, but you know, she's like Joe's pet essentially, and Joe's the one who drinks tea. And I guess that's kind of funny. Wait, what does Chugs drink? Because Blue Cat drinks coffee and with milk, and Chugs is the milk carton, and then Sage is sort of like a leaf, so she's sort of like, anyways, thinking about the lore there, it's kind of funny actually. Okay, I think we can go a little bit in, yeah, like that. Cool. And then I'm gonna put this on its own layer here, because this is basically like, I'm just gonna name it soda. So if we want to move this, oh wait, we're not in the clear yet. Which one is this attached to? Okay, we need to cut out that part. That's, yeah. Right, okay. And then we need to combine these two. She's more a part, that face part needs to be on its own layer. Merge. Okay, so that the soda can, wait. What? Ah, dang. Oh well. Not the worst, not the worst. I cut out the wrong thing here. Does Blue Cat just shake Chugs and put milk in his coffee? No. I don't think so. It definitely is one of those questions that are unanswered right now. Okay, I'm going to... Okay, so these two need to go back to being merged. This was where I accidentally cut out the wrong line here, so I'm just gonna do that. Okay, so what I was trying to do that whole time is now the soda can is on its own like layer. So if we want to end up moving that around like down potentially, which is what I was considering, and then over a little bit, that's where I think it should be. And we should almost hide the sketch now and just try to draw, although I mean actually the reference is still pretty useful. But we should do the face on its own layer as well, because Sage has like a mouth like that, and some kind of basically want part of it to show behind there, because then we would erase it. Yeah, that looks accurate. Why is Sage so cute? Yeah, and I don't know. She just is. She's just adorable. I think that's fine. Yeah, let's hide the sketch here. Yeah, that works. Yeah, a little bit more. Okay, so this is the mouth. I'll just make this the face layer. I might do the thing where I make her like eyes, like I double over, basically, to make this line weight thicker. Yeah, let's try that out. And now I do want that on its own layer. I'll do that. I'm gonna copy it. Copy, reverse, and then squish. That her face looks round. Essentially what you do when you do a little squish like that. And then I might take this plus the soda. Oh. This plus the soda layer. There we go. And go back a little bit. There, and then take her copy of her eye and put it like right there. I want some room in between the edge of her face and the eye. That's essentially what I did there. And then we're gonna go back in. I don't want to change too much about this eye. So I kind of like that it's a tiny bit distorted, but okay, I'll zoom out. Cute, cute. And then I probably need to look at a reference again. Let's see. But it goes, her hair is always, always, always what I mess up on. It's like, her eyes might need to come down. Might need to actually shrink that a tiny bit and nudge it over. Yeah, that should work. And then this gives more room for the hair because we need to essentially go from like right here to right there. And I don't want these two lines, that one and this one, I don't want them to like perfectly connect because it'll look weird. We might even be able to now. And I don't want it too close to her eye either, so maybe that is the best spot for it right there. And then her hair goes like this from there. I don't know why that looks weird. Let's get the real. Can the real Sage please stand up? Oh, it's the opposite on this one. I was going off the plush behind me. That's why I kept turning around. Okay. Well, if it's the opposite, you say. Sorry, I just confused myself, actually. Okay, it's over there. So let's just hide that for now. Let's try this over. So this might help us out actually, because now we can go like this, like that, and then... yeah, that's cute. That works better too. We could maybe even do like that, and get a little more rounded there. Yeah. Sketch. Okay. And then complete her face right here. Take the soda can. Okay. And I think that's exactly where I'll want it to be. I guess I could put the mouth with the soda can now. So if we want to nudge that around, I was thinking going up is a little cuter because you get more of her arm in there. Yeah. Alright, that's cute. That's done. That's the hairline. Whoa, I like how it notifies you now in Photoshop if you have caps lock on, which I love, because sometimes I accidentally do. Okay, this is her right eye. left eye. Alright, so this is the entirety of Sage Sip. And we can delete the sketch now. Cute! And then maybe with her eyes, now that I'm looking at it again, that one could go down, and then this one could actually come up a little bit. Yeah, this one's really cute. Sody Pop Sage, she's cute. Now we color. And actually for the tiles here, I'm just gonna get rid of the tile, because when we color Sage, you cannot even tell. Can't even tell this color on top of the Chugs color. At least I can't. Just color that one. How come that didn't? Also, one thing I want to complete is this line. Color layer. Okay, let's try this again. Why didn't that green? There we go. That's the green we need. And then we'll add blush. Get a little blush over there. And now I have to color the Baja Blast can, which I might need like might need a reference for what color to use. But for now, we can at least do like the gray part of the soda can. Grayscale. Just to add a little bit of shine there. And then we want the label. So this will be the label layer. All right, time to get some. I need to get a. Hopefully this doesn't pop up. Baja Blast. Basically, just gonna mimic this as much as possible. Sage is sipping on. Some Baja here, so I think it's oh wait, well, second label layer here. So let's start, I guess, with their base. I'm gonna tend to choose the lighter colors of everything. All right, the label can go under everything. There we go. Okay, so that's the start. Ooh, I do like how they did their color on the sodi. Let me redo all of that. Okay, so I'm gonna actually just make a highlight layer. Make white here. There we go. Just down the middle, right there. Add some shine to the soda can here. Oh, I realize I'm coloring in this bottom part, but it's totally getting cropped out. Make a blending layer, and I usually like to use soft light for something like this, and then lower it even more. So I'm gonna add some shine to the can, but now I'm like wanting to take this middle shine here and push it towards an edge. That. Okay, so we have the base soda can here. We could try out something. And do like let me do it over here. I just don't think I'm kind of I don't think I should add words to this because it's going to be so small. But you know what? Let's at least play around with it. Might have to use a smaller line weight here. For all the text. I mean, it could just be like that. That kind of gives the vibe we're looking for here. So then I was gonna take like this and do some like some sort of wave, subtle wave pattern in the back. Let me hide those two things. Okay. Another like color here. They have like this like green-ish color. mix it with white. Ten out of 10 would slurp. Maybe something successful about just that. Yeah, I kind of like this. I think I'm just gonna redo the text just one more time. I kind of like just the subtle can being the color it needs to be with like a little bit of a second color. You can kind of see the wave. So I'm gonna do this again on a new layer. I'm gonna group it, call it Sage. Splash. And then we will, I'm just gonna use a smaller brush this time. I'm gonna zoom in. And I'm also gonna, I'm just gonna do a little typography work here. Let's see how this goes. The Sage Splash logo. Yeah, I'm gonna try it again. Okay, there's Sage. And I wanted to do the A that way. I might revert it back. I think the S could be bigger. Like that, Sage. Dissect this real quick. Sage, and then new layer, like that. Okay, that's just like a more enjoyable, I just think that's like a cooler logo. The A's were bugging me because they add all this like white space that I don't like. I actually could do the H a little bit more tucked in, like that. Yeah, I like that more. And then I'm gonna like take this P, like drop it down a little bit. Kind of gives it that fun text. Did the maintenance guy come? No. Okay. Alright. Love you.
Love you.
Bye.
Bye.
So at some point a maintenance guy might... Oh wait, leave the door open. Yeah. So I can hear if he knocks. A maintenance guy might show up out of nowhere. And he's allowed to just walk in. But if I can't hear him and some guy just like opens my door, it's gonna freak me out. Yeah. Alright, Sage Splash. I think that's a better looking Sage Splash. So let's fit that in. might literally just try to move her hand back a little bit, if possible. I need to zoom out. The other one might have been more successful, but we could bring the hand back and then Sage did not need to take this long, but I really started liking the emote, so worth it. Add color back. There. Where's the... Making tiny edits. Okay, so then Sage Splash here fits the can a little bit better. Now you can actually like see the full thing. I'll take the wave here. Clean it up there. Okay. And then like we did with the first one, which I think will help make this look better, we added white behind it. And technically, we could do it this way instead. We take the Sage Splash layer, we add a stroke to it, and we just make it white. Lower it down. Okay. And then technically, if we wanted to like go the extra yard here, there's like another layer. Oh. There's like another layer I was gonna add everything to. Let's do 1, 2, take this stroke. Sage Splash. And then this stroke would be black. That's too much. That's too much. Let's go back. This is going to be such a tiny thing in the first place. Okay, I think that's the most successful. Little Sage Splash. I think because it's an emote, it would be dumb to go down that size. Not dumb, but I also realized one other thing that had been standing out to me. I was like, why does Sage look weird? And it's because her hairline doesn't have an outline. It's just like that. Let's go move that under there. Yeah, that looks more like Sage. That's so cute. I really like this emote. It's so cute. Alright, is that everything? Let me get the the emote exporter out. I kind of just want to see this one actually like in emote form. Okay. It fits so perfectly. I don't understand why here we go. I was about to explain something that's a lot to explain. Sage, sit. Okay, and then I thought Dropbox was already open, but we had to restart the computer. I want to see it. And just in case it pulls up on screen, I'm gonna do this. Just gonna go to Twitch chat. I don't think it pulled up on screen. Okay, cool. Alright, cool. I'm gonna add that in general chat to start. Alright, Sage sip. There she is, if you want to use it. Cool. Alright, one down. That one definitely took longer than I expected it to. I think it's because I got really into the can. No, don't forget to save. Okay. Alright, time to do Chug's mug. Cool. Let's do it. Okay. Chug's is the easiest thing in the world to color, because his color is the outline. Probably should do the same thing where I do the coffee cup on its own layer. And I'm gonna start with the handle, because the handle gives me the most trouble for some reason. Nice, that coffee cup looks pretty good, honestly. Chug's chugging a drink. Yeah, he's chugging a little coffee drink here. He does love coffee. I should probably make that brown. I should make that coffee colored instead of doing an outline for that color. And then... So that's Chugs with a mug. There we go. So I want to do this on its own layer because it probably should be like right here. His arm is just so small. The problem I run into is the, you know what? Let's just do this. Sorry, I just had an idea. I should just get rid of the handle altogether. Because, like, the handle could just be anywhere else. And it might be. But for this drawing, I'd rather make Chugs' hand, like, bigger. Sort of like Sage. Like that. Kind of like how he did Sage. I really liked the look of it. Which then I'm gonna go back. Perfect, yeah. I just think that looks nicer without having the handle kind of like in the way. And we could try to draw it, but I think it just looks better like this. And then we can draw like that. Life belongs! Welcome on in. Happy to see you. No worries, man. No worries. Nothing to be sorry about. We just completed Sage Sip here. I mean, I can tell it's Chugs. So what we rolled today was Sage drinking out of like a juice box, and instead we did Sage drinking out of a Baja Blast. And then next up is just Chugs drinking coffee. Basically, we had a bunch of weird rolls today, so I kind of rigged it today. The Sage one was the roll. This one wasn't, but we realized that there's only one Chugs emote. And I actually kind of wish we're gonna need to do more Chugs emotes, because this one is also similar to his waving one. Hey, you're the boss. Yeah, I just like to keep the rules. I don't know. I guess it's a personal thing. I like to try to keep the rules stuck to the dice, but it was a lot easier in the beginning. Now it's like I'm having to really hunt for some emotes, and that's becoming the harder part. I'm gonna just lines here, but hope your day is going well. Hope you had a good weekend too. Was it on the drawing cam? Wait, one sec. That was Gen Z clone. No, I already deleted it. Okay, never mind. Okay, and then we'll do... That's the coffee cup. Curious to y'all if it makes any difference. I've, added the layers panel here, and I feel like it makes a difference. Kind of seeing what I'm doing when I'm like typing and like moving stuff around. And then this is the Chugs. Another line here. Okay. He's a tall Chugs, but it'll probably cut off somewhere. I did start playing Hollow Knight. Yes! Tell me more. Tell me everything. Are you playing Hollow Knight Silksong or just Hollow Knight 1? Like an Onion or an Ogre even. Wait, I just completely forgot what I was talking about. Mo, I'm sorry. I've been having one of those days where I'm like forgetting what I'm talking about. Oh my gosh. The layers, thank you. That is a funny one. Man, we tried to watch Shrek 3 the other night, and I fell asleep to it immediately. I still have not technically watched all of Shrek 3. The first one, hell yeah. The first one, I'm glad you're starting with the first one, because I genuinely think you could play both. But the newest one, Silksong, is actually like exponentially more difficult. And not saying you can't do it, but I think it's like it's a nice warm up to play the first one and then play Silksong. But yeah, it is a lot more difficult. But I love it. I love that it's more difficult. If it was as easy as Hollow Knight 1, I would be a little sad. Just a little bit. But I am loving every second of this new one. Like, I'm really tempted to play after the drawing stream. But I've gotten much further in it, so if anyone's trying to avoid spoilers, then you're not going to want to watch. I'm close to endgame content, I can tell. Endgame story mode content, because I bet there's so much more. My hope is that once I'm done, I will hopefully have forgotten most of what I've seen others. You probably will. You'll probably only remember like tiny things that are like, oh, I should go get that. I know, or like, I know this exists in the game. I should go look for it. But there's no way you would remember. At least I don't think. There's so much to the game. It's like hard to keep track sometimes. That's where I'm at. I'm basically doing the story mode, but I've unlocked like all of the movement upgrades, which typically means you can go anywhere on the map. So I've been trying to go back to like old areas and see what I couldn't do before. And it's been a lot of that. And then also grinding for money because I lost all of my money by not getting back to like my cocoon in time. Without dying again. So I lost all my money and I really needed money. I was sad about that. But it's all good. Makes you a better player because you have to get really good at fighting things like over and over and over again. And then some of the boss battles are insane. Alright, chugs his mouth perfect here. Okay, that looks good. And then we just need to do, I don't know, the same thing that we just did for Sage. It's a little too big. I might just copy this exactly. I'm not liking it though, for some reason. Some things just look better as a sketch. I gotta need to move something. I like how that looks. One of these eyes needs to either go up or down. This one goes down. Right there. Excuse me. Maybe Chugs has his like open eye, just circles. I might test that out actually. Yeah, I can't tell what I like more. That's open eyes, Chugs. Oh. Basically, open or closed. I know they're kind of layered on top of each other. The reason I'm leaning towards open eyes with Chugs is because he's going to be an emote and really, really tiny. But before we make that decision, let's color him in. Let's color in Chugs here. I'm actually gonna add the let's get that sketch back. Like that. And that should fit nicely. Maybe we do this instead. I'm gonna try to maximize this. So if that's the edge right there, go like that. And then all of it would fit in. Okay. And then I want to add like a coffee color here. And this is really hard for me to choose sometimes. But I think this looks like coffee. Does that look like brown coffee? Sheepy, what's up? Sheepy. Been super busy today. It is. I feel like it's a busier week this week because it's the week after Labor Day, and I just feel like it just becomes busier. Does that look like coffee color, y'all? I might need to just pull up a coffee reference. Coffee color. Okay. Give me that coffee brown. Ooh, this one's a little more vibrant. I'd rather have a vibrant coffee color. But I hope your day's been well, outside of being super busy. There we go. Maybe we do the lighter one. Yeah, let's do the lighter one. Yeah. Apparently that's coffee color. Maybe a little darker or a little more brown. Yeah, I realized it was a little muted. There's that color, and then we can always add in the darker color. And do it this way. Do something like that. It'll be so subtle, but might make a difference. And then we'd even probably just pull out this like lighter color. Do something like maybe we do just the lighter color. Like that. Try, okay. I'm down. I also should have made this its own layer. I usually do when I do stuff like this. Here, one sec. Let me do some cleanup. Okay. Let's try your color here. 6F 4E 4E. Okay. Coffee. Yeah, that does look like coffee. It does look like coffee. And then I think I might take actually I probably could just take this color. I kind of like having the two-tone. Like that. Like that. Just to give it some liquid. Yeah, I was so mine was on purpose trying to be a little more vibrant, just because I typically draw in like vivid colors. But I do need to erase because it has an ugly. There we go. I might keep it like that. I might do the more vibrant one, but I'll keep yours around too. Technically Chugs has like a spot right here, but it just would not make sense for the drawing. So, but I think I'm just gonna like make up one and put it right there. It's like, it's almost like an unspoken rule that I have where like Chugs needs to have at least 2 cow spots for him to look more like Chugs. Could be hot cocoa too. True! Maybe he's a hot cocoa drinker. And Blue Cat is the coffee drinker. And then Sage is the tea drinker. Or Sage is the soda drinker and Joe is the tea drinker. That's like, we're trying to get all of our bases. Although, Artie is definitely a coffee drinker. Let's clear those guides. Nice. Let's see how this fits into emote form. Oh. There we go. Yeah, that one was a lot quicker to draw. We could do like that. We can maximize this too. Linkoid, what's up? Sage Splash. Oh yeah, you hadn't seen it yet, Sheepy. Here, let me show y'all. There's Sage Splash. What's up, Link? What's up? How you doing? Yeah, Sage Splash, I love how that one turned out. We actually ended up spending more time than I thought on it. And then Chugs is great too. I think this one works really well. Sage just keeps getting all the emotes here. I'm gonna export Chugs and put him in Discord. Chugs. Copy. This will be a good one to have. I think. There's the Chugs coffee. Been taking a couple days to work on some non-work stuff. Pretty good. Nice, dude. Feels good to do some like just adult personal stuff. Get that checked off the list. Wait, is there a spec here? Is there? There is! Ah, let me delete this real quick. I doubt anyone would notice, but let me do it. So there is a little bit of the white there. Just noticed this weird stray dot, and I was like, let me fix that. Okay. Oh, whoops. Wrong hotkey. There we go. Alright, Chugs coffee, save over that, and then let me put the new one in Discord. So then we have the Chef Milo one. This one should be pretty simple too. It's sort of adult stuff, prepping the new D&D campaign. Well, see, the table looks sick, by the way. Link has shown me a few in-process shots of the table. And it looks awesome. Alright, Chef Milo here. I actually might increase the size of Milo. This he fits into an emote if we do him this size. I'm just worried, well, that should work. I'm worried the brush size will be too big for how... Yeah, let's make him bigger. Because I just sort of want him as like a sticker. Like actually make physical stickers of this. I'm gonna try to make him almost exactly like the pencil sketch. Ooh! You cool if I show this on Stream Link? Yep. Okay, cool. I had a feeling that's why you sent it. Check this out, y'all. For all the gamers out there. I gotta get the corner. Dude, it always just puts the image in at such a gigantic size. Check out that gaming table. Yeah, I love seeing the like. I love that it drops down. It's so sick. That is a solid gaming table. Lots of room for Uno. Did you install the drink holder, the coaster, like the? Why am I just a cup holder? That's all I was trying to say. The leaf isn't in, which makes a proper table. Looks like a sweet table. Yeah, I need a few attachments for snacks to keep them off the table. That looks sick though. I love that the red that you added in. Like I knew that's what it would look like, but I like that it's red. I think that looks sick. You should see the rail along the side for attachments. I was expecting it to be frog shaped. Yeah, you gotta put one little frog on there. A teeny little frog. I'm gonna start with the eyes here. Yeah, the red does look classy. Ed green, and then it looked like a what table? That was the first time I've heard that. But green would make it look like a casino, like a card table. Oh, I've never. Yeah, I've heard billiard. I mean, I actually use billiards a lot over pool. Interesting. Yeah, I've never heard that. Good to know. See, these are the things that Link informs me about that I'm honestly really happy to know. Because if I ever travel to the UK, I wanna completely change my dialect when I'm there, and use the correct. Is it aubergine or instead of eggplant? Is played on a massive table way bigger than a pool table. Oh, then maybe I have seen that. Yeah, that's why I didn't say it out loud, sheepy. I'm not gonna lie. I was like, I saw that word and I was like, I'm not gonna say that. Because they mentioned it in Ted Lasso. That's awesome. The perfect way to learn. Oh, but what I was gonna say is when I was in aubergine, yes. Or aubergine. Maybe I did say it right the first time. But I hadn't heard the zucchini one. Courgette? Is that how it's pronounced? But what I was gonna say about the pool table was when I was in Ireland, I think I saw what you were talking about. I saw it in this house. It was like a gigantic pool table. It looked the same as a pool table, but it was just like much, much bigger. It still had 6 pockets and everything. Nice. Nice. That was the hardest part. Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and fill in his eyes. And then Milo body. Everything else will be on the same layer. Yeah, I only know of Snooki. So it's so funny you said that, Mo, because it's exactly where my mind went to. It was Snooki from Jersey Shore. And if Jeej was still watching, Jeej would be freaking out because Jeej loves Jersey Shore. And we watched the Jersey Shore Family Vacation on a weekly basis. I think that was the only season of Jersey Shore I ever watched. Was the first one. I mean, that one's iconic. But now I'm with Mikey and Pauly D. Yeah, you got it. Yeah, Mikey the Situation. But Jeej and Halsey both love Jersey Shore. And so they watched The Family Vacation, which now I watch by proxy. You know how it goes. And I'm into it now. It is trash TV for sure. And it's like very predictable. And you watch like the same scene like 3 times in a row. The grenade whistle is my favorite. Oh, the seasons, they never change. Yeah, they really are like just the same people the whole time. I hate it because P-Mouse watches it and I just cannot watch it. Wait, P-Mouse watches Jersey Shore too? Oh yeah, I mean, I was very like, maybe not very anti, but I was like, you're watching Jersey Shore? And then I got into it. It's trash, like I said. But it is, just all those. Okay, yeah. That's good to know. This is really funny, actually. Oh, trash TV. Stuff to watch while you're on your phone. But yeah, we watch it when the episode comes out, usually. Floribama Shore was another good one for a while. I couldn't... Actually, probably for you too, Sheepy. I couldn't watch that one. It was too close to home. I knew too many people actually liked that. And I was like, no, I can't watch this. Dude, Milo is turning out great here, actually. My favorite type of, like, I guess trash TV is when it's like a reality game show. When they're like competing for something. And I feel like what really got me into that was like The Real World, The Challenge, when that first came out way back when. I'm trying to think. I didn't watch Survivor when it was out, but now I'm a massive Survivor fan. I think it's a great show. about like how humans interact with each other. I also watched the weird American one with some guy called Spencer, and he had a sister who he was so nasty to. Any ideas? It was I don't know. Traders is a great example of a reality type show. Yeah, I'll say the UK Traders I like way more than the American Traders. The American Traders is like just too focused on, oh, it's some like C-list celebrity, instead of it just being like a normal person. And I like when it's just a normal kind of everyday person, which is why I love British Bake Off. British Bake Off is like up here. That is comfort TV to the maximum. My favorite type of TV is sci-fi, even terrible sci-fi. Man, sci-fi is like a genre I kind of wish I could get into, but I've never really enjoyed sci-fi. And that relates to video games too. And even Magic the Gathering. There's a Edge of Eternities set that's all like sci-fi. And my buddy loves it. And I'm just like, for some reason, I just have never been into sci-fi. And you think I would, because I love tech. I love like futurism, I guess. Okay, Milo is looking adorable here. Adding it to the list. It's old, amazing. I love it. The new Alien Earth show is currently airing. The CGI is pretty bad, but I'm hooked anyways. As long as like you're, like you said, you even love the terrible sci-fi. Like when they can't get the tech right. I think that's maybe it for me, is like, that is where I actually draw the lines. When the CGI is bad, it like breaks immersion for me and I hate it. I haven't bought any of the Doctor Who or Edge of Eternity packs yet. Same. To me, they're not my style. I did a bunch of the Final Fantasy ones. Oh wait, Link, I should show you this. I guess I could send this directly to you, but let me show you. I told you I went to the card show. Sorry, some people are gonna see this twice. So I'm trying to dump all of my Pokemon cards. Not all of them, but a good amount of Pokemon cards. Oh, I opened so many of those Lord of the Rings packs. Link, like it was insane how many of those I opened. But I like Final Fantasy because I don't know a lot about Final Fantasy, but I do enjoy it. It's cool. So these 3 cards were my cards, and that Sephiroth one on the right I pulled from like a basic Final Fantasy pack, and that was like a $60 card or something like that. And then I have 2 of those Mew cards, so I was selling one. And then that Umbreon card, what you can't really see is that it has a Master Ball on it, which makes it valuable. So I traded these 3 cards for, oh shoot, here, one sec, sorry. There's like a layer I accidentally just moved. It's an invisible layer. Here, let me Command Z. Oh my gosh, what did I just click? Okay. Anyways, so I traded these 3 cards for all these cards, which are like really, really good cards. And of course they're, for Magic, like these are expensive cards. And so I got those, and then, but more importantly, I got my like Commander card, full art in Japanese. This was like my main hunt at the card show, and then I got her like secondary card, which helps. I'm basically trying to slowly build like a cat deck, but it just felt good trading cards for cards, basically, and I'm pumped about it. It's annoying me I can't see the mana cost. Oh yeah, I think I couldn't even tell you. Dismember is the type of mana that you can either spend black mana or life on, and I think it's a 3. But yeah, doesn't it? It bugs me too that they put the sticker there. I'm like, I want to like they could have like put it down a little bit. It bugged me too. I have a cat dog deck. Oh yeah, Rin and yes. I was playing at a card shop like a week or two ago, and some guy had the exact same commander. And he spends a lot of money. Oh dang it. Sorry, my keyboard is still on this screen, not here. I really want the Soul Ring card that is a cat on one side and a dog on the other. I really want that card, but it's really expensive, I think. Okay, let's finish Milo here. But it's wild at these card shows. I mean, I would say like 70% of the card show was like Pokemon, and then 20% was sports, and then like the last 10% is like miscellaneous. And Magic made like a sliver of the card show. And so whenever we found a Magic table, we spent like all our time there. But it just felt so good that like Pokemon is like the top currency you can possibly have at a card show. And so trading for Magic cards was like, I felt like a kid at a candy shop. I was just like, here's one card, give me like 5. We almost get no rare cards over here, less people buying them really. Wait, oh, I guess, yeah, you have to buy them online or go to a card show for them. Because the like collector booster packs that are more expensive, but you're guaranteed a bunch of hits. The Final Fantasy packs were going for like $150 a pack. I never opened one. I was like, no way. I don't care that much. But that's how I would pull my commander card as the cooler version. And so I was like, okay, I either spend $150 to gamble for it, or I just spend $100 to like find it. And I wanted it. And I'm actually kind of glad it's in Japanese because it aesthetically looks really cool. And I know what the commander does. And I put the other commander, like the commander that I was using, that's all in English, just on the other side of the card. But yeah, I've been really into Magic lately. It's a really fun card game. And I've met a lot of cool people. I didn't buy more than any, like, 5 boosters for Final Fantasy, like 3 boosters. Oh, no! Yeah. I am fortunate that there's, like, a lot, I can find them here. And, like, my brother, for Christmas, when he came to visit me, he gave me my Christmas present early. And, just gave me, like, 14 packs of Lord of the Rings. And then that wasn't like enough for us, so then we went, like, we searched all the card shops and we got like the bundle box. And anyways, we went crazy because we're both really big Lord of the Rings fans. And so when that set, I think that really is what like got us into Magic, because I didn't really play before. I knew what it was, but I never made the step to play. It's just a lot of fun. And I love I love collecting cards that you actually get to use. I think that's like the biggest thing for me with Magic the Gathering is like Pokemon's just currency. Not many people play the game. And so when you like pull a bunch of cards and like you don't get a hit, it's like you just have a bunch of trash. And it like kind of bugs me. That it's just trash, basically. If you don't get a hit. Chef Milo. Yeah, 100% Commander brought me back into Magic the Gathering because any single card I get, I can use. Yeah, exactly. And you're not, and because you can only use one per deck, it's like you gotta look for 99 unique cards. Not just like 4 of the same card. That's been, people have decided is like the meta. And you can just have really funny commanders and still like do well. I think my friend wants to build a squirrel deck where everything is a squirrel. And just open Bloomberg packs. 1 per deck, doesn't rotate out. That's really nice. Yeah, I agree. You did buy an absolute ton of Lord of the Rings cards, yeah. And it also happened, you know, kind of like, not peak NFT time, but it happened like when things were up. So like my spending was absurd. And I was like, well, these cards are way cheaper than any NFT. Okay, let's take his Milo color there. I'm gonna make this back leg darker. All right, dude. Yeah, like back and think, what an idiot 2020. Yes, I agree. Oh man, there were some really stupid like projects that were absolute rugs from the start that I invested in. Milo. They were dead the second they went live. Okay, actually, he's not gonna... Chef Milo isn't really gonna be an emote. He's more of just a fun little guy. So let's export him. Oh, let's export him this way. Export as. Cool. I really love Chef Milo here. He'll still go in the emote section though. Milo. Cool. Let me add Milo to the list on Discord. I'm so glad I never did any sneaky inside. Oh, same. Same. I knew way too many founders who did do stuff like that, and I never said anything, and I'll never say who they are, but yeah, like that always rubbed me the wrong way when there were founders who did insider trading stuff. Man, just like so happy to not be in those circles anymore, because there are some really like scummy people out there who no one thought they were scummy. No one expected them to be scummy, but they would have private conversations that were like, what? You are not a good person. Anyways, that's all I'll say. Well, those are the emotes for today. That was pretty solid. I actually really love what we created. The Chugs Coffee and the Sage Sip. Good guy, cool cats. Yeah, it's so funny. When I was painting a mural with Rock Soul in Miami, he's like, oh man, you know, we've always done projects with like more like DGen projects, and so we're doing stuff with Cool Cats now. It makes us the good guys right now. And so it just became like a funny thing that we all said to each other. We're like, the good guys. When we were painting the mural, as we're like, you know, spray painting and stuff. Okay. Alright, solid emotes. I'm debating. I'm either just gonna end here or play Hollow Knight. I don't know if anyone cares. So I'm more than happy to play, but if not, I don't have to stream it either. It is kind of fun playing it off stream too. But I've made it a decent bit. Alright, Don't need to save that. That's done. Alright, exit Photoshop here. Okay. Either way, I'm packing up the drawing portion of the screen here. Up to you. Ooh. Ooh. Dealer's choice. Sounds like you need to head to a card shop and grab some packs and do. Oh my god. I need to just start. The problem is, I want to do that. I think I would have to do it with Magic the Gathering. But the problem is, not many people find Magic the Gathering pack opening that exciting. For good reasons. I don't think it's like, you know, it's different. It's all about like the text most of the time. And Pokemon cards, I blame it on the tariffs. Pokemon cards are absurdly expensive right now, and I just don't see the value in spending like $12 a pack. Now, if Cool Cats wants to pay for it, no, I don't want to do that. I don't want the company's money to do something degen like that. If we could do a pack opening stream, that would be interesting. If we could make good content out of that, I think we should. Because, like, they're too expensive. Like, I have, like, a line I draw when it exceeds, like, $10 a pack. I'm like, it's just not worth it anymore. But, yeah. Alright, I'll open Hollow Knight. I will have to use the bathroom, though. Yeah, $10 a pack, that's, like, my absolute cap. If it's over that, unless it's Magic the Gathering, where it's a collector's booster, where they're that expensive because all of the cards in there are guaranteed hits. That feels better. Because like you're getting like a cool version of a basic card you might have, and then the back half are all like hits, just like big hits. Okay, let me turn off that music now. Bump this up to, I think it was at -5 decibels. Let me see. Can you guys hear some Hollow Knight in the background? Nintendo Switch. There it is. Yeah. There's not much sound right now coming from the game. Yeah, especially because it's a waste of cards. That's my... Basically, when I bought that box and I was opening cards on stream, I got one card that was like a hit, and even then it's like a $2 card. And I was like, I just spent 80 bucks on this, and now I have like a stack of like trash. I'm streaming from Steam because when I tried to do the Switch, I got everything going except for the audio, and like I genuinely tried to figure it out, but it just was not working. Yeah, it should sound like a roller coaster climb right now. Here, let me... Does the frame rate like look good on screen? Because I'm viewing it as like a really small. There's these guys. Okay, cool. Just want to make sure. I do need to use the bathroom, but yeah. So the map now is gigantic. It is massive. I have gone through like every. I think there's one area called the Mist, and I think that's. I forget where that is. But the Mist is really cool because, like, yeah, there's some sawdust on my glasses, so who knows. Let me be right back. I gotta go to the bathroom. Okay. Oh, I need to switch my... I need to do two things. I need to end stream everywhere else, so I should have done that before this. If anyone's watching on any other platform, I'll catch you later. If you're on Twitch, sit tight.